pair of bell ends. I want to talk a bit about Boris Johnson. Now, I don't want to talk about this accusation about him and Ms. Curie, who was paid $126,000 in taxpayers' cash and was given privileged access to 3 trade missions led by Mr. Johnson, who he's alleged to have had a bit of a saucy romp with as well, because that's all well documented. I'm more interested at the moment about Charlotte Edwards, who said that at a lunch 20 years ago, Boris Johnson did indeed squeeze her thigh.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Boris has said, I don't even remember this lunch. I think he thinks it's very sad that she went public. Critics are suggesting, he is suggesting that critics are focusing on his personal behaviour because they don't want to see the UK leave the EU. But we all knew, and we were saying the amount of shit that's going to come out about Boris is going to grow exponentially. However, I think there's probably not as much as people would think. If it's this is what she said: "I'm seated on Johnson's right. On his left is a young woman I know. More wine is poured, more wine is drunk." Oh, she's had 20 years to think about this, obviously. "Under the table, I feel Johnson's hand on my thigh. He gives it a squeeze. His hand is high up my leg, and he has enough inner flesh between his fingers to make me sit suddenly upright." Though apparently the young girl then told her, the young woman, "Oh God, he did exactly the same thing to me." Now, I don't know. Maybe he did squeeze a thigh. I don't know. But why wait 20 years? Why wait until this point so they go, do you know what? I've just got to talk about this. He's been the mayor. He's been in the press. He's been famous. But now it comes out just before Brexit. Maybe I'm being cynical. However, a female comedian has said that she's ready to believe this woman because he once squeezed her hand under the table moments before they filmed the TV show Question Time.
No!
Now, she has stressed, this is Shappy Khorsandi, she stressed that she did not regard his move as assault or a sexual advance and was not frightened at the time. But she did say the experience was odd and discombobulating and made her instinctively ready to believe the claim of journalist Charlotte Edwards that Mr. Johnson had squeezed a leg. Now, squeezing a woman's thigh high up on a thigh, okay. But just for a TV show, if your hands are under, go, here we go. A little squeeze of the hand. There we go. I mean, I wouldn't do it personally, but I don't like people touch at the best of times.
No, but it happens. It is a thing.
He's obviously tactile. She said it wasn't sexual, but it was discombobulating. Why would it be discombobulating? You know, she could have just said, "What are you doing?"
Well, maybe because you're a fucking sociopath and you don't understand human interactions. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're just like, you know, and I'm like, hey, I was slagging Boris off. I'm not big fucking, I was slagging him off yesterday on the stream, but it's just like, you know, maybe like you're like, somebody touched my hand for but a moment in a supportive, encouraging manner. Oh, you know, that says more about you if you had a problem with that. You know, like your problem with people, you don't like being touched, but that's your problem. That's you. Do you know what I mean? If you started sort of putting that out as being everyone else's fault, it's fucking ridiculous.
No, that's right. It is.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, whatever. I don't know, man. And in terms
Here's
of this
the thing, though. I'd let him squeeze my thigh.
Yeah. It'd just be so weird. It'd be awesome. It's like, it brings us back to Kevin Spacey, doesn't it?
It's a bit higher, Boris. What sort of watch have you got on?
Yeah,
because that's what you get, isn't it? If a middle-aged man touches your genitals, you get a watch.
Yeah, and look at that, man. I'm lacking. I want one of those smart watches.
Oh, I think you've got to accept a wank for one of those.
No, a little stroke over no skin contacts, over the pants.
What if they wear a glove?
But I don't know. But this whole thigh bullshit, I'm sorry, but I just don't fucking believe it. Even if, and again, putting a hand on a leg that is something that can happen, cannot happen. But in terms of the timing, this just screams of like that nonsense with Kavanagh, wasn't it?
It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is.
Which I called out as fake, which loads of people in the chat, fucking aphid lip, were going, no, let's just hear it out. And it's like, no, it's bullshit. It's obviously bullshit. And it came out as fucking bullshit. And they've just dragged Kavanagh up again, haven't they? To try and sell a new book. Like, some book about him, and then someone was writing a book, and they were like, Kavanagh might have touched someone at some point, and then it was like, didn't impeach Kavanagh. Fuck off. They're just doing the same thing with Boris now. And the problem is, people won't stand for it anymore. People are sick to back teeth about it. And they'll back him. They'll back him because of it.
Well, that's the next T-shirt, and it Boris can squeeze my thigh. And of course, we can do a series. Boris can cup my balls. So I bet he's got quite warm hands, actually. Soft, warm hands. And it wouldn't be sexual because he doesn't look very sexual. But there is a certain.
Isn't it weird how many sort of affairs and kids he's supposed to have and all that? And then
power,
you look at him and you're
power,
like, yeah.
Success, wealth, and he's probably extremely confident. Extremely. Also, for all we know, he's hung like a fucking horse. We wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree with you. I think it is. It obviously is the power thing, isn't it? It's scary. That someone that looks like that and acts like that. But he's not a stupid guy, so no. he's probably got more going for him than more people.
I can't help thinking there's a couple more big twists and turns to all this to come yet before the end of the month.
Well, this is it. 30 days, isn't it?
Allegedly.